Hello, I'm Chris Scherenbrock, and I'm here today with Linda Lawrence, who is the past president of the American College of Emergency Physicians in 2007 to 2008, and currently the squadron commander at the 59th Medical Group down at Wolford Hall for the emergency department. My question today is, what about the American College of Emergency Physicians experience? What drove you down that pathway?
The reason I got involved in ACEP was I wanted to do more professionally, and it just sort of happened like you volunteer for a committee in the chapter, Government Services chapter, started going to become a counselor, got very intrigued by the political process and all that we could do to change our specialty. And from that, it just sort of one thing after another, and ran for the board when I was asked, and never thought I'd go on to be president of the college. But I did because as I learned more about what our specialty needed, I just felt this desire to do something.
Great. You see a lot of people out there who just feel like that they don't have time in the day to get involved in something else. How do you manage?
Well, it actually helps you to balance, I think, work. And the reality is not everybody that's a member needs to be involved. In fact, there's the 90-10 rule. 90% of people will just pay their dues and hopefully support NEMPAC, our advocacy fund, and that's okay. And 10% will get more involved. And so for those people that want to be professionally involved, I think it's really rewarding and great. But I think the other really important point is we all have a professional responsibility to be a member, because that allows us to be represented by the voice of emergency medicine, and ACEP is the only one that has a strong voice in PAC and DC that can make a difference and have our issues be heard and understand, not just for emergency physicians, but also for our patients.
Linda, what was an event during your presidency that you were particularly proud of?
I think probably what I'll be remembered most from my presidency was raising the awareness of emergency medicine in the public eye through media work, and particularly to the issue of crowding and boarding. And those efforts have continued, and now we are becoming more and more well understood, not just in the public, but in the legislature, within hospital leadership, and other influential groups that can help us to solve this problem.
Oh, great. Thank you. Any last words for prospective members?
Well, I think the one thing, when I look back and I've tried to decide whether I would stay in the military or get out, being involved in ACEP gave me so many networks and contacts of other individuals, prior military members or that. So I would just highly encourage you to be a member. I think we have a professional responsibility, but I think you'll also find it very personally rewarding, as most of us are all going to have a job sooner or later in the civilian sector, and this will help to open networks. And whether you leave the military in 4 years, 8 years, 20 years, you're going to probably want to have those connections in the emergency medicine community, and there's no better way than to be involved in ACEP.
All right. Thank you very much.